Hey everyone, welcome to Eyezz. I'm Jarrett New, and today we're going to be talking about the top 5 albums I wish I owned on vinyl. Now, some of these albums were on vinyl, or still are, but are very hard to find, or haven't had a repressing, or some of them have only been in CD format, some of them have only been digital downloads, but regardless, I wish I had all of these albums on vinyl record. So we're going to start at number 5 and then we're going to work our way up. So number 5 is by a band called Low, and it's their album I Could Live in Hope. Now this is an absolutely gorgeous album, and it's a perfect album to play late at night. I don't know about you guys, but late at night my mind is always very active. I'm always thinking about new ideas, and listening to this record late at night before I go to sleep would be incredible. I've played their CD, which is the next best thing, but it would be so much cooler to listen to it on vinyl record. This band actually started the whole genre of slowcore music, and there's another band called Spain that does slowcore as well. But picture Simon and Garfunkel, those beautiful harmonies, and just kind of slow them down and have deeper, darker, like rock undertones. That's pretty much what you get with Low. I think that's a pretty good explanation of what their music is. Now, if you haven't heard of them, you should definitely check them out. It's a great album, and I really wish I had it on vinyl. So, moving to number 4 is the Parlour Trick, A Blessed Unrest. Now, this is a relatively new band. They came out with this album last year in 2014, and it immediately sold out. They actually had a Kickstarter page where they were asking their fans for donations so that they can get this record made, and they ended up doing that. And then so the people that donated to them received this record as a thank you. So I wish I would have known about them a long time ago, and I wish I would have been one of their donators, and I could have gotten this record. But it's an absolutely gorgeous record. It came out on red vinyl, and it's actually a tri-fold LP album cover. And man, it's just absolutely beautiful packaging and even more beautiful music. The music, if I could kind of relate some imagery to it, I would say it reminds you of like a haunted house or a castle from the 1800s. You think of Victorian era England, only like haunted. And the album starts out with a track, it's an intro track that sounds like it's being played off of a wax cylinder. I mean, it sounds really cool and very distinctive. One of the main artists on the album is a lady named Meredith Yayanos, and she is an incredible theremin player. And so you've got sounds of theremin in there, wax cylinder sounding stuff, you've got bells, you've got the traditional pianos, and I'm sure they have like violins and organs and all kinds of really cool stuff, but essentially their sound is very distinctive and very haunting, very surreal, very cerebral. Great album yet again to play at night. So that's number 4. Moving to number 3 is an artist named STACEY Kent, and it's her album Raconte Moi, which means meet me in French. Now I don't speak French. A friend of mine told me what that meant. And the whole album is actually in French, which I don't even mind, even though I have no idea what she's saying. I really like the way she's saying it. It's absolutely beautiful music. It brings to mind imagery of 1920s Paris cafe, and there's writers and novelists sitting around and they're writing with fountain pens, and I don't know, I think it should be played in every cafe in the world. But it's also excellent driving music. You can put that on and you just feel happy when you're listening to it. Yet again, even though you don't, unless you speak French, you don't really know what she's saying. But it's just how she's saying it. She's saying it so beautifully. The lyrics they just flow so well, and each song blends so seamlessly into the next song. It's gorgeous music. So if you haven't heard of STACEY Kent, check her out, Raconte Moi. Moving to number 2 is an incredible artist named Paul Cardall, and it's his album New Life. Now, the story behind this is really inspiring. Paul Cardall, ever since birth, has had a heart disorder or congenital heart problem, and when he got older, his doctors told him that he needed to have a surgery. He needed to get a completely new heart, a heart transplant. And that was going to be a very risky surgery, and they didn't really know if he was going to make it through. And he said, you know what, it's worth it. If I can live a happy life and a healthy life, let's just do this. And he went through with the surgery, and thank goodness he came out of it okay, and he's doing well. And this is the first album that he recorded after he got out of surgery, and that's why it's called New Life, because he's got a new heart and a new outlook on life. He's happy now and he's healthy. I'm sure he's always been happy, but now he's healthy, so that's good. And his music is incredible. He is one of the top piano players in the world, in my opinion. He's really, really good. The problem is none of his albums are on vinyl. They're actually all on CD or digital download, which I think is a crime, but if you guys check out his music and you really love what you hear, then I highly recommend you you go to his website and buy his CDs and buy his digital download tracks and support him, because he seems like an amazing artist and an amazing human being. So check out Paul Cardall. Okay, so now we're at number one. Drum roll. Number one is by a German band called BOHREN Club of GORE, and it's their album Sunset Mission. Now, this album is phenomenal, and I wish it was on the vinyl format. As far as I know, it's not, but hopefully they'll press it on vinyl or something. I just hope. I can only hope, because it is an incredible album, and if I could describe it, it would be like noir. It's very noir-ish. When I play it on CD, or actually I downloaded the digital tracks and then burned my own custom CD, but when I play it, it's just incredible. It takes you back to like watching old black and white movies where the detective is hanging out at the window and it's raining and you can see the rain on his face, and he's smoking a cigarette and drinking scotch, and he's talking about his long lost lover, you know. All of that imagery is just incredible. There's actually sounds of like thunder and rain on the album. Each song just flows right into the next. It's an absolutely gorgeous album, and I highly recommend you guys check it out. And I highly recommend the studio that put it together, or the band themselves. I hope that they put it out on vinyl someday. That would be incredible. So anyway, that's my my list of the top 5 albums I wish I owned on vinyl. What are y'all's top 5 records that you wish you owned on vinyl? So let me know in the comments section, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So anyway, take care, and don't forget, keep spinning that vinyl. Have a good one, guys.